Well, the time has finally come, guys, for me to see this and review it. Why do these movies keep getting made, guys? Why do these movies keep getting made? Now, before I get into it, I had one good thing for my experience for this movie, and that is I got two new posters. Before I start this train wreck, I'm going to show you guys right over there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I got a poster for Patriots Day. Looks pretty nice. I know, can't see it that much, but I'd say it's pretty nice. Got it for free. Yeah, it's full size. Um, and the other poster I got, I upgraded my La La Land poster. You know that, the one that designed one. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's oh well, yeah, you can see it. I got poster for La La Land, also free. Looks really nice. There was a lot of posters for La La Land, so I decided to get one. But yeah, it looks really nice on my wall. So yeah, I got something good out of it. Out of my experience. My God. Now, let me just say something. I'm not afraid to give my opinion on this movie. I'm not. I had no anticipation for this movie. The trailer did not. The trailer did not interest me. But why did I see it? Because I saw the last movie. And the last movie, Transformers Age of Extinction, is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Even though that was the highest grossing movie of 2014, I still put it as number one for my least favorite movie of all time. Is this as bad as Age of Extinction? I will say it's 5% better. Just 5%, but that's not really saying much. I hated this movie, guys. I hated it. I really hope this is the last Michael Bay Transformers film, because I can't stand the Michael Bay Transformers movies. Now, the first movie I liked. It's not a great movie, but is a masterpiece compared to the sequels. Now, let me get into. Do I really need to explain the plot of this? Because I don't think I can. I mean, what plot? It's just the same plot as the last movies. You know, you know, the evil Decepticons or whatever are going to invade the world or whatever, and then Optimus Prime has goes to act. See, this movie is messing up my brain already. Optimus Prime becomes evil, and then, he's been brainwashed and goes to kill the innocent, like the innocent Transformers or whatever. But here's the thing, he's not in the movie that much. For people who are expecting Optimus Prime that much, he's not in the movie that much. Yes, he's on the posters, but he's not in the movie that much. He's in, the most times he's in the movie is by the end of the movie. And does he stay evil forever? I don't even know. Oh, what am I saying? Of course. I want to spoil for you guys, but you guys are just going to see the movie anyway. But now I think the only people, if you're a true Transformers fan, you will like this movie. I, for one, didn't. See, I never watched the cartoon. I never seen the cartoon movie. Uh, I don't hate the product. I'm pretty sure the product and the animated movie is much better than the Michael. I just hate the Michael Bay films. And yeah, if you saw last year, I made a video how I was ranting on how Anthony Hopkins was going to be in the movie. And yeah, he was in the movie, and I'm still pissed off that he was in the movie. I'm sorry, he didn't do a single. I mean, his narration was fine, but seriously, did he have to be? Okay, so the movie basically it starts off, and it doesn't even feel like I was watching a Transformers movie. It made me feel like I was watching, I don't know, Lord of the Rings or something. Not even that. Mainly like a more kid-friendly version or more PG-13 rated version of Braveheart or something like that. One thing I had the most problem with in this movie is the editing. The editing is awful, guys. I hated. There's so many. There are jump cuts in this movie that don't fit in with the how it is. Like they just go from one plot point to another plot point, another one, and another one. Also, there's this other thing where a little girl who basically was living with a Transformer, and of course he dies. And of course, Mark Wahlberg doesn't have a family anymore, and she isn't even in the movie that much. In the trailer, remember, she gave this emotional thing, and hmm, she says, "I want to stay and I want to fight them." She doesn't fight them in this movie. She doesn't show up until like the very last. I mean, she is after she says that, she pretty much the big stuff happens in the end of the movie, and the big stuff didn't even. It's pretty much the same old Michael Bay formula. It was just what I expected. More explosions, more slow motion. There isn't a lot of sexual humor though. Not like, those little mini robot fuckers who like to hump a woman's leg or have another thing, the humor. The humor is still just as bland as ever. Like, really, there was a scene where they're looking at pictures of trucks and that little stupid mini robot just goes, "She's got a lot of junk in her trunk." I get it. Oh, bro, there's so many jokes in this movie that aren't as bad as the ones in Revenge of the Fallen, but hey, I'm just gonna say it. I think this movie's worse than Revenge of the Fallen because also this movie has a lot of IMAX shots, like those little bar things that black bar on the bottom, black bar on the top. Yeah, there's just letterboxed and full screen, letterboxed and full screen for like every 5 seconds. Like when I went to go see the movie, I was all like, when the trailer started rolling, I was all like, oh boy, I'm the only one in the theater. Please let me be the only one in the theater. I don't want a lot of people seeing this shit. And when the trailers came on, a lot of people came in. In fact, when I walked out of the movie, I was the only person who thought the movie sucked. Everybody else thought it was awesome. But really, guys, I just don't even know what I have to say. There's so many new, uh, Autobots or whatever. Also, there's this little blue robot who's supposed to, I don't know, he was just in there, but really, what is he supposed to be? Like that cool looking sphere robot from The Force Awakens? But yeah, I think he was just in there just to be in there. This is definitely one of the worst movies of the year. Is it the worst movie I've seen this year? Just be glad I'm about to say this, but it's not as bad as 50 Shades Darker. So, no. Is it worse than The Bye Bye Man? Not really, but it's still. This movie was just really bad, guys. I couldn't stand watching it. The acting was just pretty much. Just like the last film, the mediocre acting, pretty much. And that's the thing, Mark Wahlberg's. His last bad movie was Age of Extinction. He got better with his work when he was working with Peter Berg for Patriots Day and Deepwater Horizon. But no, Michael Bay had to make another movie. Yeah, I swear. I hope this isn't I hope. I know this movie's gonna make a lot of money. I really hope it's not the highest grossing movie this year. I really hope at least Star Wars does. If this movie. And seriously, I just want today to end. I just don't want to have to think about this movie anymore. I just want to go to sleep and try not to think about this movie because it irritated me and it got me mad inside my head. I was all like, I want to leave the theater. I want to leave the theater, but my mom dropped me off, so I can't leave the theater until it's over. I will say, at least it's the shortest one in the series. I'll give it that, but this was just what I expected. I did not expect a single good thing from this movie. Like I said before, Anthony Hopkins gives a decent performance, but really, I was pissed off when he was like the last shot he was in. Like I was pissed off at that. Yeah, I know this video has been on for a while and I barely spoiled anything, but hey, if you're a fan of the Transformers movies, then go ahead, see it. For everybody else that isn't a fan, don't see it. I don't recommend it. Overall, this movie gets a half a star out of 5. I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to go over the top on this because I just need to learn that it's just a movie yeah, because really, I was an idiot for seeing Age of Extinction pretty much because there were so many good movies that I wanted to see that I didn't see, which were Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and Interstellar. Instead, I didn't see those in the theaters. I saw Age of Extinction in the theaters, though. So, like, what was I thinking? Because those movies were really good. But on the bright side, on the bright side, I still have Dunkirk to look forward to, and I still have War for the Planet of the Apes to look forward to. So, I can definitely say so far this is the worst summer movie of the year. But yeah, that is it for this video. I don't know what more to say. This video's gone on way too long, and I know this video is going to get a lot of views. And probably a lot of dislikes. I don't know. But that is it. See you guys later. Word out.